Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Jeff. I know you guys are probably thinking, what is this contraption? Well, I was challenged to make a sphere, a DIY sphere setup where I could make my own spheres out of rough material. So this is what I came up with. I watched a few YouTube videos, and a lot of guys were doing it by hand, and it wasn't as precise. The spheres weren't completely round and little oblong, and had some imperfections. So I decided to try this, and this is based on what they were doing, but having a solid setup. This is a right angle drill attachment. The drill would usually attach here and would allow you to get into like a wall and make a 90-degree hole if you had to do that and didn't have the space to use a full-size drill. I've attached a handle to this. I got this on Amazon. This was about, I don't know, 10 bucks. This was about another 10 bucks. And when I crank this, it actually spins. And then I've got a little diamond hole saw right here, which will spin the other way. So in theory, I'm going to attach the material onto a rod. Actually, it's called an elevator screw. This is what it looks like right here. And this is going to go in this drill here. And as I crank this, this will rotate like this. Then this will be spinning clockwise from above. So as this turns this way, this is going to be lowered onto the material, and slowly but surely I'm going to lower this through the material, and it should take the shape of this sphere cup here. In theory, it seemed to work for the other guys. Like I said, I wanted a little bit more of a solid setup so it stays true, and we're going to see how it works. I've got a water supply line here. I've got everything masked off with plastic so it doesn't get wet, all the electrical components. I've got it sitting in a tray that should catch a lot of the water, but it is going to be messy. It is going to spray water outward. So I've got a rubber mat on the floor, and I'm just come to the conclusion that things are going to get wet. So I'm going to give it a try and see how it works. I'm hoping it works out great, because this will be a really easy and cost-effective way for me to make spheres up to, I think you can do 2-inch spheres on this setup. So wish me luck. Hopefully it works. It might be an epic fail, but we're going to give it a try and see how it goes. Here goes nothing. bounces around too much. Well, as you can see, I'll turn this little light on. Oh, I got this unplugged already. It was working, but I think I've got too much extra material on here. It was bouncing around a lot in the fixture here, and it popped off the super glue popped off the actual plate that I had it mounted on here. So time to go back to the drawing board, and then I think I'm going to have to cut a cylinder through the rock and have a nice rounded piece of material to start with, and the blade will be in constant contact with the material as it's spinning, and I won't get that herky-jerking going on when it gets the blade gets caught in the material on these high spots here. And we'll try it again. So, not an epic fail, but a fail, and we'll see how the next round goes.